Alright guys, I'm back again with another video. These three are custom figures that I painted and sculpted. And I'd like to show you guys what I like to do. This is the purpose of my channel in the first place. My custom action figures. So let's get to it and I'll show you one at a time. Let's get her out. Alright, so here we got Batman. I used 3 different figures to make this guy. The body from his neck to his knees right here are I think his name was the Gladiator, Marvel Universe figure. Yeah, a lot of work went into this. The head is something different, from our normal Batman cowl. This was, I believe, Captain Britain or something like that. I'm not sure, but I thought it would be cool to have like a helmet type Batman cowl. So I used it and I sculpted the ears on there with some multi-putty, I think it's called. Hand painted the whole figure. The bat symbol I hand painted. All the little, the black lines in his muscles. The belt was off of I believe it was a Captain America figure or something, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it was Captain America figure, 3-inch quarter figure. And the boots, I don't even remember where that's from. But yeah, I sculpted the gloves on there, padding. I sculpted the glove on his arm right there, and the little spikes under his arm right there are actually floss sticks. They're little floss sticks that have like blue sharp tips at the end. I cut them and glued them on there and painted them. Same for the other arm. So they're pretty on there. You can pose them and you don't have to worry about his little spikes popping off. So yeah, that's the Batman I made. I cut his cape out of material I had laying around and just glued it to the back of his neck. I didn't want the cape too long because normally the Batman has it down to the floor and kind of like draping a little bit. But I liked it a little shorter. To me, it looks a little better. But that's the Batman I made out of a Marvel Universe figure. Now for the Supergirl, I used 2 figures. This is the Invisible Woman head from I think a 3-pack, and the body is from a Elektra Marvel Universe. I sculpted the top of her boots here with that same clay or putty, whatever you want to call it, multi-putty, and the yellow kind of that goes around the red, I sculpted that on there too. The top of the boots were kind of hard to get. I had spent a little time on that. I had sculpted the yellow part on the back, but it kept breaking off. I don't know. I don't know why, but the front one stood on a lot better. You can see kind of where I sculpted them on there, on top of her boot. It wasn't too hard, but just trying to get those points right took a while. A little frustrating at times, but it was alright. Then the S on her chest, I hand painted that on there. See it? There we go. Then the cape, I freehand cut it out of some red material, and I painted the yellow around the whole cape on both sides, and then I just glued it right on top in the middle, right there, and just draped over, and I glued the top parts down to give it that fold it has to go over her arms. Yeah. And you can easily remove her head. Oops. It's the Invisible Woman's head. Totally repainted the whole head. The face. Painted the eyes in. Come on, focus. There we go. Then the body, you can remove the top part of the cape, put the head back on, and just have her without her cape if you wanted to display her without it. There she is. Her head looks a little too big for her body because the body's so thin. I couldn't find another head to go with the Supergirl that I was trying to go for. But with the cape on, it doesn't look too bad. Oh, well, that's the Supergirl. Move Batman out of the way. This one, I used Marvel Universe She-Hulk. I used that figure. This one actually took a very long time to get that armored piece on her chest and the one on her waist. I didn't sculpt it on the back. I just painted that silver on there. The sculpting stops right at that line right there, that seam. And that seam I had to cut in her body to get her arms out, so I could sand around her joint that meets with her top part, so there wouldn't be no paint rub. Because if you didn't, you would have paint rub and you would see the green. I did that to all her joints, even with the Batman and Supergirl. All the joints I hand sanded. I pulled the arms apart from all the joints. Even her knees I pulled apart. Hand sanded the joints inside. So you won't have no paint rub. You can move her, pose her any way you want, and you won't have any paint rub on her. Hand sculpted the, I don't know what these are called, but these bracelet things. Hand sculpted those on there. And I hand painted all this skin tone with a paintbrush that I have. And for a paintbrush, it didn't come out too bad. It's really nice and smooth, and took a couple of tries. But if you put it on very wet, it dries a lot flatter. If you put it on real thin and go light coats, it goes on with the paintbrush strokes, and it looks crappy if you do it that way. These little stars on her bottom part of her torso is they're stickers. Where I work at, we have a machine that makes stickers from the computer, and I asked my friend to make them as small as he could to fit on this figure, and they actually worked. That's actually a sticker that I had stuck on there and painted that silver on top of. And this right here, her lasso, is made out of some wire I found at Walmart. And I just rolled it up and tied those little ends right here. And I put a little round pin into her side to hold this. I have a separate lasso. I don't know where it's at the time. But yeah, she can have it in her hand. I was going to make this little loop here, cut the top so you'd be able to pull this off. So if you want to pose her with her actual lasso, her trying to lasso somebody up, that you could without this being here. But oh yeah, I also sculpted the white part on her boot. On both of them. It's kind of tough getting those points right and the same length on both sides and it looking right. But yeah, I mean, Marvel Universe She-Hulk figure was the perfect body build for this Wonder Woman figure. I mean, the tone of her body, the height, the muscle build. I mean, even the face was perfect. She even had like a little choker on there, I think. But it was too small to sculpt a star on the middle part, on the bracelet thing on her neck. So I just left it silver. And I know she has like a band right here around her arm with says, you know, the 2 W's for Wonder Woman. But I had it on there. I don't know if you can tell like the indentation of it, but it was on there and it broke off. I mean, it was real thin, so it just trying to move her bicep right here, it just broke off. So what I had to do was resand this part of the arm and repaint it. Here's her face. For a small figure, the detail is kind of hard to get in there. But she don't look too bad. Her hair, all black, it was green. If only whoever makes DC figures would make them this cool, this size. Yeah, that's Wonder Woman. That's the sword I made her. I didn't make it, but I repainted the hilt and the sword. I repainted the silver on the blade. I got that from another Marvel Universe figure, I think. I don't remember who it was from. It's just in the box I had with a bunch of parts. And I thought it looked cool with her, so there it is. Wonder Woman in the New 52. So yeah, the reason I made my channel in the first place about 3 years ago was because I was starting to do custom action figures. When I first started, my figures looked horrible. The paint looked horrible, and the way they looked, their eyes looked weird. But as I practiced and did more figures, I got better along the way. For me, this is, I know I can do better, but for now, this is the Wonder Woman I have. I'm planning to do a 6-inch version, of her in this Marvel Legends figure. I want to do a Wonder Woman out of this, which I know would be very cool. The body type, the build, the hair, the face is Wonder Woman material. Let me know what you guys think, if I should make a Wonder Woman out of that, and I'll have more videos to come. I'm planning on doing some more customs, Superman and Lois Lane. I had a Tomb Raider, but I'm redoing her. Some of the parts on her I didn't like, and whenever I get that finished, I'll upload it. Please like and comment on what you think of my customs. Let me know if you want to see more. Please subscribe. Help me out. Thank you for watching.